Today I'm going to be doing a little bit of a DIY for you. I'm going to be embroidering the sides of my Blundstones. So I picked up some, I think they're water-soluble prints that have stickies on the back so that they can stick to the sides of my Blundstones. And then I have my big embroidery box full of thread and needles. So I'm excited to get this started for you. First step is grabbing our Blundstones. Don't mind the mess in the mud room, that is another project. These are quite muddy, quite dirty, so we're gonna have to give them a clean. I'm gonna take them both. There we go. There's some cleaner shoes. Next, I'm just going to give these a quick little wash just to get some of the dirt off, just so we have a nice clean base to start with. Blundstones all washed up and dried. They're looking pretty good. They still have a little bit of dirt on them, but I mean, they're close to 9 years old, so I can't get them as clean as I'd like them to be. Next step will be to pick out one of our floral designs for each side, and then I've got to go through my big bin embroidery floss and pick out some colors. So we'll go through that together. For the first boot, I'm gonna do this one. So it took me a little while to decide on my second boot, but I think I'm gonna go with this one here because it matches kind of nicely with this one. I was a little bit undecided about doing this one as well, but I think I like this one because it's coming in bloom. Go ahead and apply our first transfer to the boot. So it'll be this one. We're just going to go ahead and peel if we can. Once it's peeled, it's got a sticky back to it. And we're going to apply it to our boot in a way that we like. So I don't really like the placement there, so I'm going to just lift it off and lower it. I don't really like it on an angle, so I'm going to yet again change it up. And I quite like it there. There's our first boot. I want to make it important to note that we're doing this on the outside of the boots, not on the insides, so that people can see the nice embroidery. So we're going to add our second to our boot. So we're going to do the same technique as we did before, where we peel or attempt to peel. And then we're going to add it to our boot. And I personally think I like mine to be placed on straight. And now we're ready to pick our colors to embroider. I personally haven't done much embroidery. I mostly cross stitch. So I'm gonna go on Pinterest and just search up some embroidered Blundstones and just get some reference photos and look at some stitches that I can do. This won't be much of a tutorial just because I don't really know what I'm doing. So I'm flying by the seat of my pants and taking you guys along for the ride. Since we're embroidering through a thicker cloth, we're going to be using a blunt tipped needle. First boot, I'm thinking I'm going to do some purple colors and make them look a little bit like lavender. So I'm going to go with, I'm thinking this green here, and this green here, and then this purple hue, and this purple hue for that boot. I'm thinking for the second boot, I'm going to do some pinks. So for the leaves, I'm going to go with this green and this green, if I can grab it. And then I'm going to go with this darker pink. And I'm thinking that lighter pink for that boot. just the green added. I've added my base green and then a little bit of highlight with a lighter green. And now I'm going to add my purple hues for my lavender. Now that I'm done all the embroidery that I want to do with the stencil, we're going to go ahead and wash this off since it's water soluble. And now I'm going to leave this to dry and I'll show you the finished product when it's done. And here's the completed shoes. I'm really happy with how these turned out, and I thank everybody for watching. See you in the next video.